problem child. I'm a problem child.
Morning everyone, Big Sean here. As usual, I'm out taking another walk, and as you can tell from the sky behind me, it's a nice, cool, and overcast morning, and it looks like we might get some rain today, so I'm going to try to make this video as fast as possible before I get caught in that rain. Now first off, I just want to say to AK Brown, great work on that video series of your hometown, man. That was some good stuff, and I just can't get over how alike our towns, or our hometowns, truly are. I mean, a lot of memories. Man, that was some good stuff, and I take that as a real compliment that my hometown series was the inspiration for you to do that. So keep up the good work, man. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And also to Bigvoldaddy. I know in the video that you posted last night you wanted some input from your viewers. Well, here's mine. Now first off, I watch your vlogs all the time, man, and I've enjoyed every single one of them. Even during the summer, I'll continue to watch, and you know, Keith, you do whatever you have to do, man. I mean, if you want to do one every other day, once a week, every day, it doesn't matter to me. I'll continue to watch them. So keep up the good work, man. Okay, guys. Now, last night I came across a very intriguing video on YouTube. This video was posted by a Tennessee Volunteer fan who goes by the screen name stessaboi. I think that's how it's pronounced. And stessaboi, his video was about Notre Dame football. And he had some very intriguing things to say about the Irish. So, hey, you know what? You just check some of these clips out. This isn't his full video, just some things that I thought were kind of key on what he had to say. So, check it out.
Want to hear a joke about college football? Notre Dame. Yeah, that's right. This rant is about Notre Dame fighting Irish. Notre Dame's recruiting is not very good right now. The deal with Notre Dame that I have, because I know a lot of Notre Dame fans are going to watch this video and they're going to be all high and mighty and be like, Notre Dame has 11 national championships, sir. That is my my rendition of a retarded Notre Dame fan. Excuse me, that is my rendition of every Notre Dame fan. Notre Dame has this holier-than-thou attitude that comes from God knows what, and is extended through why they refuse to join a conference, and just their attitude about life. But it comes back to haunt them in some ways because they will rejoice over the dumbest things. For instance, you remember how Notre Dame fans were praising Jimmy Clausen for almost beating USC? Well, I got news for you, Notre Dame fans. Almost beating someone still counts as a loss. These guys just have a holier-than-thou attitude that is sickening sometimes. Join a conference, because at least with conferences like the SEC, yeah, the teams don't like each other. The fans don't like fans of the other teams. But at least when some smart aleck from the Pac-10 or the Big Ten can come talk trash about the SEC, these fans can back up the SEC and not just their individual teams. And Notre Dame really doesn't have any friends in the college football world. It is basically the giant loner in the landscape of college football, I guess you could say. So anyway, Jimmy Clausen and Golden Tate both were selected rather high. I don't think Jimmy Clausen is going to do well in the NFL for one reason. He doesn't have intangibles. He's not a leader like a Tim Tebow or a Colt McCoy. You know, guys that know how to, actually win football games.
Now, stessaboi, I'm not making this to bash you or to call you an asshole or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I respect you, man. I do. You see, you cam up, you show your face, and you say what you have to say. You don't do the talking with your keyboard, and I do respect that. Now, I'm not saying that you have to like Notre Dame. I mean, you can hate on the Fighting Irish all you want, man. I'm cool with that. But I do think, however, you do need to choose your words a little more wisely and have just, a tad bit respect. Now, first off, not all Notre Dame fans are as you described. We don't talk like Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. As a matter of fact, most of us Irish fans, we are down to earth. Now yes, we talk a lot about our 11 national championships and our 7 Heisman Trophy winners and our countless All-Americans. But we're just proud of those accomplishments. I mean, we like to brag about them because we're proud of those. And Tennessee has its fair share of accolades. It's okay if you want to brag about yours too. We're not saying that we're better than you guys. None of us deny, us Irish fans, we don't deny what's gone on the past 10 years. This has been a miserable decade for us overall. I mean, we've had some winning seasons, yeah. And we don't deny the fact that it's been since the 88-89 season when we last won a national championship. We haven't had a Heisman Trophy winner since Timmy Brown back in '87. And up until the 2008 Hawaii Bowl, we hadn't won a bowl game since the '94 Cotton Bowl. We don't deny this. We do live in reality. So, I think you need to change your attitude a little bit there, buddy. And as far as what you had to say about joining a conference, what you said about your example of a guy from the Pac-10 coming and dissing on the SEC. Okay, now I'm not trying to, be funny about that or show that, that high and mighty thing where we're better than everyone. But the only ones who need to do the talking for Notre Dame is Notre Dame. We don't need any other school doing the talking for us. I mean, and regardless, even if we were to join a conference like, say, the Big Ten or whatever, I mean, the people who hate on Notre Dame are always going to hate on Notre Dame. And every other school is going to hate us. And even if we join a conference, I don't see it being any different than it is now. But another thing with the conference talk and why we should join a conference, I mean, first off, just to get the support of other teams having our back, that's not a good enough reason to me for Notre Dame to join a conference. But the independent thing is what gives Notre Dame its identity. And that's why there's so much emphasis on all the games that Notre Dame plays. I mean, Notre Dame is one of those teams where either you love them or hate them. And there's almost no in-between. I mean, when we lose on a national stage, the haters and the writers, they have a field day with it. But when we win, it's a whole different story. We get to have the fun over you guys. And that's why the independent status is important for Notre Dame. Also, another thing, stessaboi, what you had to say about us Notre Dame fans praising Jimmy Clausen for almost beating USC, I'm sorry, man, but that was kind of a stupid comment. We were not praising Jimmy Clausen for almost beating USC. We were just as bummed out about that loss as any other team would be about a big loss like that. And we know that almost win doesn't count. But what we were praising Jimmy for that day is his performance in that game against the number 5th ranked team in the country. So we were proud of that. We were going to praise him for that because he had a hell of a day that day. So get your facts straight, man. So yeah, that's really all I have to say to you, man. Like I said, I'm not bashing you. I just think you need to have a little more respect than those comments that you made, because not every Notre Dame fan is delusional or the other choice words you had to say. I mean, I keep it real. I'm well aware that we're coming off a 6-6 season and that we're 15-21 in the last 3 seasons. So that's just one thing you can't do, man. You can't stereotype all fans into one. Not all fans are like what you said. So I just would appreciate it if you'd have a little more respect, because I respect you guys at Tennessee, and just I hope you take into consideration what I had to say. So with that, guys, this is Big Sean. I'll catch you later.
I'm a problem